I've been looking for a new car, and I found this little beauty right here. And I'm going to take it for a test drive in a couple minutes. And in the passenger seat today, we're going to have Jim Zarling. Welcome, Jim. Have a seat. Open the car door, and he comes in. That's great. Doing good.
Nice
good
to see you.
What do you think of this little number? Pretty nice?
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, I'm going to test drive it today and see how it drives, and I might be trading for this. I think it's pretty nice.
It's a pleasure to be able to ride along with you.
Good. Well,
I have to put my seatbelt on.
Yes, please do.
Sure that
please
you
do.
Too,
yeah, we're all safe. We're all safe.
Ticket. You're not in trouble while we're out and around.
So we're ready to go for our test drive. We're glad you're here, and I'm going to take a little spin just around town. And of course, I know what you do for us for the city, but would you share with us a little bit of what you do for us while we see what this thing can do?
Okay. Well, I'm the city administrator for the city of Fairmont, and basically what that means is the council tells me what they want us to accomplish in a given year, and I see to it that I really don't do much. I just see to it that everybody else works hard to get all those things done. So I'm responsible for the overall operation of city government, I guess would be the best way to summarize it.
And how long have you been in your position?
I've been with the city for a little over 20 years, and I've been administrator, I think, for 18, maybe.
Great. Well, while we're driving around, and if you notice, I look at you a lot more than I drive, but I'm a very good driver. So
I hope that's the case.
Fine. I wanted to ask you, as we're driving around, I'm seeing a lot of construction going on in town. Would you share with us a little bit of what this is about?
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? You know, I've had the opportunity to speak to 2 or 3 service groups and other groups over the last couple of months, and I've tried to tell them that, you know, once everything gets rolling, that Highway 15 is going to be under construction, and we're replacing the bridge on North Avenue, and pretty soon the county's going to start working on County Road 39, and it won't be long, and they'll be tearing up the roads over by Welcome. And so I think in order to get to Fairmont from the north, you're probably going to have to go down to Iowa and come back the back way, or go to Grenada or something. Really, all of those things are happening under traffic, except the bridge, of course. It's hard to route traffic around when you tear out a bridge, but it's just amazing, all of the wonderful things that are going on in Fairmont and the surrounding area. You know, the Highway 15 project is being done specifically now for Walmart, but also planning stages to go further north than is required for that, for the development that we hope will follow along as it usually does. If you look at the space from Fairmont's west exit to the Welcome exit, when both of the ethanol plants are done, and consider Senex Harvest States, their soybean crushing plant, in about a 6-year period, there will be $250 million,
wow,
that's with a B, $1 billion of new investment coming in hardware in our community, and a creation of almost 300 jobs just in that stretch. So I think that the construction is showing that there's a lot of very positive things going on in the community.
Well, Jim, it seems like there is a lot going on, and from what you just said, a lot of progress being made. So share with me why you think you hear negatives in town. You hear people thinking things aren't going on and things aren't happening for Fairmont in the area.
Well, I think Fairmont, in my estimation, has always been kind of its own worst enemy. You know, where I've lived here most of my life, and we always have a tendency as citizens of Fairmont to look at what's going on in other communities. You know, we talk about, New Ulm, Owatonna. Well, there's really a lot of wonderful things going on here, but I think what's happening in Fairmont, something else that's always been difficult for our little community, is that we're changing.
Sure.
And we've always really not been real excited or accommodating to change, but it's continued to happen. You know, as we're driving around, when I was a kid, I can remember that, every 6 or 8 blocks there used to be a little neighborhood grocery store. Where the old Lincoln School used to be, a block west of where the current old Lincoln School is, right across the street there used to be a Dairy Queen there.
Really?
And so there are just a lot of things, and what's happened over the years is that we continue to grow and change. And we're stepping into that next growth spurt, I think, not only in the retail, because all over the country. Mom and pop stores are having a much harder time of making a go of it because the retailers are growing in size, and hence the Walmarts and the Targets and those types of businesses are coming. And we're finally sharing in that, which I think is a good thing, because people, we hear some complaints about Walmart, or we heard some along the way, but some of those same people that would complain are the same ones that would drive to Worthington or New Ulm or Mankato to shop at a Walmart. And so, it's either we grow and change or we shrink. And it certainly is my preference that we continue to grow, and I think that that's what's happening there. Part of the other thing that we hear about is we need more manufacturing jobs. Well, manufacturing jobs throughout the nation, once again, are shrinking. They're going away. A lot of them are going overseas. There's a lot of changes in the products that we buy.
Sure.
If you think about it, you used to have a telephone hanging on the wall. You used to have a typewriter sitting on the table. If you had an office, you had a copy machine. If you were fortunate enough to have a word processor to use instead of the old typewriter, and all of those things were different. We used to have cameras that we did. Well, over the years and over a very short period of time, we now have a telephone that you can carry around with you, that you can use as a camera, that you can also send text messages back and forth. And the computer has eliminated and combined so many of those products into a single one that it's no wonder that the manufacturing jobs are disappearing, because technology is compressing the types of products that are available.
It's truly a changing world.
Certainly is, and I think the another thing. Yes, we've lost manufacturing jobs, but the ag-related jobs that we're creating. Like I say, in addition to the sizable investment in hardware in those companies between here and Welcome, create 300 jobs. Our unemployment rate is fairly low. It's below 5%. And Walmart's advertising that they're looking for somewhere between 250 and 300 employees. And between that and the additional 200 that are coming at the ethanol plant, based on the unemployment rate in Martin County, there's going to be little reason why anybody who wants to work won't have a job.
Great.
And so it's just, I think all of the things that are going on are very positive, and it's harder for us living here sometimes to see those things.
Well, it all sounds very positive, and it sounds like we're on the move.
I think you're absolutely right, and we are on the move here, and
yes,
it's been a nice ride around.
I forget the drive every once in a while. I get so wrapped up in what we're talking about, you're forgetting the drive. Jim, I want to thank you very much for joining us in the passenger seat.
My pleasure.
Great input, and I'm looking forward to having you come back. I don't know, what do you think? Should I buy this car?
I think you've got a winner here.
I think so. I might keep looking for other cars. Thank you for joining us in the passenger seat, and please join us again.
My pleasure, and I'll be happy to do that anytime.